Thanks for joining for another When I'm Not Podcasting. So during the holidays, I, you know there's not that much news going on around to get my When I'm Not Podcasting series up to a certain kick. I have certain content I'm already recording and putting together for episodes going up until the end of the year, but I'm sure January things kind of just slow down a little bit. And, one of the things I read that was quite interesting as part of my ongoing Nice Guy game series, which if you haven't heard yet, is something where I just talk about me being a recovering nice guy and the understanding of the online dating world from my perspective, and hopefully giving a couple of insights of my experience that might help out all of you young whippersnappers out there, which I know you don't know what that phrase is, but maybe you've heard it before on some TV show. Swiper's fatigue, the feeling of being exhausted by dating apps. So here's the story from thetab.com. Finding someone to date is hard enough as it is, let alone trying to find our perfect partner in the midst of a global pandemic. Don't worry, you come to the right place. This is a safe space, okay? So we are now getting out of cuffing season as you record this. So here's the deal. Our thumbs are about to fall off from all the swiping we have been doing, and we got constant headaches from glaring at our screens during sad boy hours, at least what this young lady, Georgia Moody, writes. She says, with a 0% dating success rate this year, I have concluded I've exhausted my dating apps and fallen victim to swiper's fatigue. It's now time for you to admit you've done the same. To put it bluntly, you're tired of being alone, you seek validation through your matches, and you are most active on the app at nighttime when you're feeling lonely. It's important you admit it to yourself. You have swiper's fatigue. It's normal, and you're not the only one. Take it from someone who knows. I'm saying it as if it's myself. Symptoms of a swiper's fatigue is if you constantly find yourself deleting your apps and then re-downloading them less than a week later. Typically, when something feels like a burden, it's time to cut down or stop for a bit. Then comes the point when constant swiping or whatever dating app you use feels like a chore. You might even think that simply having a profile is draining because you're constantly being assessed by other people, deciding on whether you're good enough or not. Basically, it's important you understand when dating apps start to feel like something you have to do and not something you want to do. Believe me, there's a big difference. She also talks about when you're just kind of casually looking at it. So you're at the gym or, you're grabbing some food or whatever you might be doing. Ghosting no longer seems surprising. You've probably been ghosted a fair amount too. Ghosting one of your matches is like hitting rock bottom of the world of dating apps. You're not mean for doing it, but it's a big red flag telling you if you're not into it anymore, you need to step back. And you may have noticed you started going for people you're not even interested in. You match with people you typically wouldn't go for and then justify it with something like, I need to stop being so picky. You're not being picky. You're burning out and tired of being a single. So you're clutching at straws. Now, what causes it? She says that we let ourselves think we are not attractive enough or not worthy when we don't get any matches. It shouldn't be any like that. But again, it's the dopamine. It's just that whole feeling, the adrenaline rush of having something like you, right? People will delete the app if their matches aren't happening as often as they like. You're human, and it's normal to get validation out of these things. But you shouldn't really shouldn't base your whole self-worth on why somebody hasn't swiped back at you yet. Now, she talks about, really doing some healthy things just to get yourself off the dating apps. Give yourself time to do something else and focus on what's really going on in your life. That's things like that, which I can understand that part. But again, it is true. Now, the thing is that I know also from firsthand using Tinder or Bumble or BLK. Trust me, I've gone through all the apps. I've done them all. Badoo, OkCupid, I've done them. And the truth is, people don't really care about the online dating. It's, again, the sugar daddy sites, they do. Believe it or not, guys, if you really want to have a girl that find, and you can also put yourself up there as just looking for relationships or friendships or whatever, you can go to the online dating site, or the sugar daddy sites. Be surprised. They actually respond well because they're all looking for money. But at least you're going to get the attention that you're hoping for, and maybe you got enough game to go ahead and turn them around. I'm just saying. Sometimes that works. Because there's some girls that will just take a guy after just, if you're willing to just spoil them like a girl wants to be spoiled, then why not? Because that's really, because you can ask yourself, what is it really that women want? It's not so much what you And remember, it's what women want versus what you want to offer. I don't know. I mean, I have to offer, but I don't want to. And I'm not the kind of person that wants to give like that. I mean, it's just so hard to find a woman that wants to go and just be as successful as you are and like kind of share in the wealth, right? There's no such thing as that. Because a woman already feels the need that, oh, I want to get everything from the guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I am stirring up the pot here for some of you that will tell me something otherwise. And I hope you do, because I deserve it. I want to be told, I want to be put in my place by all of you listeners. If you think I'm wrong about the dating stuff, well, listen, I'm a nice guy recovering from it. I don't know everything, and obviously I've done some stuff wrong. I've never been successfully dating anyway. But I feel like I know enough about certain things when it comes to profiles and when it comes just to the first date. I couldn't tell you what goes on after that because I never let myself get to that point to go past the third or fourth date, much else, anything else. Just what it comes down to. And one of the things most importantly I learned as well, which people that are going to be on dating sites most likely are not going to like the fact that you're going to say, hey, man, I mean other people. I mean, I'm talking to other people. I'm talking to other girls because I'm looking for something. So, yeah, I'm not just focusing all my time on you. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're not the only person I'm focusing on, as if I'm supposed to do that. If we're finally dating, sure. But when we're just starting to talk and we're just getting to talk, we haven't met up yet, and we're texting maybe every day, well, okay, there might be other people I might be texting too. So don't be so offended about it, okay? And if you don't, I needed to take it more as a filter and saying, hey, she's doing more for me by cutting me off. And these are the things I need to understand better. And it's not been easy. Let's just say it like that. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll talk to you next time.